Kamari, we haven't had a chance to talk to you since that Tennessee game. What was the preparation like going into that game, and how did you feel like the second year as a whole was able to play?
Preparation, we prepared very hard for that game. As hard as we do for any other game, I say we locked in on the plan, and I think we executed it well.
How do you think that you've grown as a player so far, especially after this weekend against the win against Tennessee?
I say on the year as a whole, I think that I've tried to progress every game. I make mistakes every game, obviously, and I'm just trying to hone in on those mistakes during the week and trying to make sure I don't make that same mistake during the next game. So I think that on the fact that I've been trying to work on like my leadership skills, trying to be more of a vocal guy in our room and just on the team in general and on the defense. I think that's one of the places that I've stepped up the most.
Kamari, Mississippi State throws the ball an awful lot. Does that excite you, as a DB? What's the challenge as you prepare for them?
Oh, definitely. I mean, if you don't get excited, then there's something wrong. I mean, it's a great challenge that we have in front of us, and I think me, myself, and the defense and the DBs as a whole, we're working very hard to prepare for that challenge.
Yeah, Kirby talks a lot about Javon Bullard's toughness. From a guy that's in the secondary with him, is there a particular play or game or whatever that really comes to mind when you think of him and his toughness?
I see it every day in practice. I mean, I saw it in fall camp. Me and JB, we came in together. So I mean, we were playing with each other last year with the twos, and behind all those guys that went to the NFL. And I saw it last year. I mean, he's one of those guys that's relentless. He's very tough. Because believe it or not, like JB and I, the one thing we got in common, whenever we get on the football field, we're two of the smallest guys out there. And you wouldn't tell because of the way he plays. He plays relentless and tough, day in, day out.
Yeah, you mentioned your size there, but you and Keely have both been praised repeatedly for your tackling ability this year. And as a cornerback, obviously, so much is made of how you cover, how you run deep. But how have you guys improved and gotten better and been physical tacklers to limit sort of yards after the catch and big plays?
I say, being in the SEC, it's imperative that you have to be physical at every position, from the front line all the way to the back end. So that's something that we work on at practice. Daily, just being physical in the perimeter, because the perimeter, is just important as a line of scrimmage. Because with our front, a lot of teams are going to want to attack us outside. So being physical out there is really important.
When it comes to you and Keely, what has that relationship been like, and has he helped you at all going through your first year as a starter?
Me and Keely, we've been close for a while. Like, that's my brother. He started out last year. He used to be my roommate for the games. So we roomed together 15 games last year, and then coming in this year, we already had pretty good chemistry playing with each other. So he's been like kind of that big brother guy for me since starting last year, and I learned from him, learned from the things he does well, learn from his mistakes as well. So we just kind of piggyback off each other.
Kamari, I imagine you might have gone up against Justin Robinson a good bit in practice when he was here. What's it going to be like, kind of seeing him on the other side and having to stop him?
It's going to be like deja vu. Like you said, we used to practice against each other, and he's a pretty good player. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good challenge.
You mentioned your size earlier. One of the receivers of Mississippi State is 6'5". How do you feel going up against a guy like that? How do you approach that?
I approach it the same way I approach everyone else. I'm just going to go in there, work my technique and rely on my trainer.
What's been the message from the coaching staff to kind of make sure you guys are, kind of back focused on the next game after a big win on a national stage? Did they need to kind of bring you guys back down to earth, or you guys were already there?
Not so to say bring us back down to earth. Our team, we're a pretty mature team, and we know that our season isn't over. We've got a lot of football to play, and that starts next week. So we knew that we already knew that we have a tough road ahead of us in the last part of our regular season, and we are going into a very tough environment. So the coaches are harping on that, as long as the players. We're a pretty player-led team.
Kamari, where do you feel like you've grown the most as a player this year?
I'd say my leadership skills. Trying to be vocal guy. Back in the secondary, we just lost Dan, and that was one of our vocal guys in the secondary. So now it's up to me, Chris, Keely, JB, Taki and Malachi, be more vocal and step up back there.
Any other questions? All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.